Hey, let's talk about these games, the big games of NBA Week 17, which we're in right now. Let's talk about the big games, and then let's call it a night. Sound good?
Sounds good to me, man.
All right, man. This segment is presented by the TST Speed and Agility Spring Sessions of 2022. Talked about that last week, man. If you haven't signed up yet, if you have a elementary or middle school athlete as a child, or if you're an elementary or middle school athlete listening to this, which would be kind of cool, man. Start the fans young of the Coach T NBA show. You guys can sign up for that. Signups are available now. You can find me on social media, man, if you got any questions. But first session in the winter went really well. Now we're looking to come back and kill them again for the spring session, which I'm really excited about, man. A lot of fun, a lot of safe environment, good environment, and you being coached by Coach T himself. So it's kind of cool. So let's do this, man. First major game. And I like how we did last week. We talked about really the TV game. So the entire world is going to be watching these games. So the first big TV game of week 17 is Tuesday, February 8th. We have the 8th seeded team. We have the 8th seeded team in the Boston Celtics facing the 6th seeded team in the East, the Brooklyn Nets, who we talked about before. This is a TNT game. I don't know what time this game starts. I would imagine this is the earlier game on TNT because it's East Coast. Let's talk about this game, man. We don't have a number on the game at all, but let's just talk about who you think is going to win and why. Break it down.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start. I mean, to me, I know this is Boston at Brooklyn. We talked about Brooklyn being a team of panic. I wanted to go with Brooklyn here since they're on a 7-game skid, but since they are at home, that means no Kyrie. So you got no Kyrie, and then I'm looking at the injury report. Aldridge is out. It doesn't specify why. Joe Harris is out, listed as out. James Harden is listed as day-to-day. You got the James Harden drama and controversy. We talked about Tatum being an all-star, Tatum balling right now. We talked about Jaylen Brown maybe possibly being a snub. But he produces at the very minimum of the situation. So I'm gonna say Boston goes into Brooklyn and they steal one, and I'm gonna go with the Celtics here on this one.
I love it.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna make it hard for Coach T again. I'm going with the Celtics as well. Those guys, they got a team full of underdogs. Haven't really performed well, but they are performing well as of late, though. So I think they'll get this done. As BG mentioned, no Kyrie at the crib, so that's gonna be tough for the Nets, and they're trying to get over a hump themselves. So this is a battle.
Me too. I need some picks to hit.
Yeah. This is not just going to be a typical game. This is going to be a game for placing in the Eastern Conference. And I think, it's going to go down to the wire, but Celtics win this one.
Okay, I reloaded. All right, man. All right, you got 2 against 1. I'm cool with that, man. I am cool with that. I'm going with the home team. I'm going with the Nets. I don't need Kyrie. I don't need KD for this one. I got the beard, man. And I got the beard when he a little frustrated, a little angry, man. I like him a little angry, a little frustrated. So let me get the Nets at home. I think Steve Nash will cook up a little something for the J boys, Jason and Jalen. I think he gonna cook up a little something. I will say this will be a low scoring game. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel it's gonna be a low scoring, old school East Coast type of game. And especially with James Harden controlling the pace for the Nets, I think it's going to be a slow down game. I mean, you're probably talking 100 to 95 finish. So I got the home team winning this one, man. So it's good to go against you boys, man. I'm ready to get back on track. I need a couple wins, man. So I think this gets me started for the week. I can't wait to text y'all in the group chat talking my noise. All right, Thursday, another big TV game. This is a TNT matchup. This will be the number 3 seeded team in the East. You have the Bucks against the number 9 seeded team in the West, the LA Lakers. Zay, I'll let you start with this one. Who you got winning?
I am going to go with the Bucks. I think the Bucks, they're pushing forward right now. They've been having their way with Western Conference teams the last 2 games. Blazers beat the Blazers pretty well, and the Clippers pretty well. And I mean, those are struggling Western Conference teams. And I don't really think the Lakers will be able to put it together in time, in 2 days for
Giannis and crew in Middleton.
Right. Yeah. So that's gonna be definitely a Bucks win.
BG, you going with Middleton showing out in this game?
Dude,
You go with the Lake Show?
I just get so confused on these picks.
Think long, think wrong, my friend.
99% of my brain is telling me to pick the Bucks. There's no question. Pick the Bucks, pick the Bucks, pick the Bucks. I got this little devil on my shoulder that's like, LeBron, AD's back. AD's got something to prove. This and that.
Monk.
I'm going to go with the Lakers, man. I'm going to go with the Lakers at home. If they fail me, I'm never picking them again for the rest of the show. I don't even care. This is a tough one. The defending champs are coming into town. Zay's whooping my butt on picks right now, dude. I got to go against Zay. I got to go with the Lakers, try to steal me a win here, try to get back in the win column. I'm going to go with the Lakers.
Yeah, forget that. Zay been hot. I'm rolling with Zay. And I'm going against my boy LeBron. I'm going with the Bucks here. I talked about the Bucks before. Like, when they need to show out, the Bucks and the Suns, when it's a TV game, a national game, they need to show out and they are doubted. I feel like they always step up. Always. So I'm definitely going with the Bucks here. And they get 2 days rest because tonight they played the Clippers in LA. Now they get a 2 days rest, and then they're going to play the Lakers. And the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken, the Lakers do not play tomorrow. All right, so both of these teams will be fresh.
That's 2 days rest in LA. Come on.
That's true.
That's
you could have even more tired legs.
Are they resting? Are they resting?
Yeah, they rested. Come on, coach.
I don't know if you've seen Giannis on social media. He's a wild boy. He is a wild boy. Yes. He's a youngin', and he's wild.
Yeah. That's what happens when you got.
Hey, they don't call him the Greek Freak for no reason.
That's what he said. Hey, it's a little different too when you got like 400 million and you under 25. But yeah, I'm going with the Bucks, man. I think the Bucks go crazy in this game. It's a TV game. This will be totally opposite of what I think with the Celtics and Nets. I think the Bucks and the Lakers are going to score a lot of points. I don't think any team will stop any team. Going to be a lot of dunks, a lot of fast breaks, a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers, a lot of runouts, a lot of long threes. I think Middleton has a good game, BG. Are you surprised by that?
No. I just, really, to be honest with you, it was a hard game to pick because, I don't see, like you said,
these were jokes. These were jokes, man.
I don't see either team stopping either team, to be honest with you. That's why it's a hard pick for me. It's kind of like who's more on that night. And I just feel like, LeBron just got back. He just put up a triple-double. And I feel like TV game, they're in a dire situation. They're panicking, like we said. I just feel like LeBron balling out plus me hoping and betting on AD balling out. When LeBron and AD are balling out, I'm taking that over Giannis balling out and Middleton, pretending to be an all-star.
Wow. Well, I will say tonight the Bucks played the Clippers. They beat them by 24 points. And my boy Drew Holiday, man, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 13 assists. You want to know what Middleton did? And hey, if Middleton is listening, sorry, buddy. This has been like the anti-Middleton episode. I'm sorry. But Middleton had 17 points of 6 of 13 shooting, so not terrible. 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
All-star.
All right, let's get through these other games, man. We got we got 2 more games. We got 3 more games. All right, we'll make them quick. Wednesday, we have the number 2 seeded team in the West, the Warriors, against the number 4 seeded team in the West, the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are home here. This is an ESPN game, so national TV game here. Zay, we'll go with you. Who you got?
I'm going with, Golden State. They're going for the sweep. They're going for the sweep of this series.
Bring the brooms out? What?
To this point in the year, the Golden State Warriors, they won a matchup 94-92, and that was the most recent. So, I think Utah is going to get over the hump. I think Utah, they're getting closer with this series, and yeah, just gut feeling, just telling me pick Utah. They lost 3 close games so far this season, so you know why
couldn't they win
out to play?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it's tough.
Yeah, I'm just going against Zay this whole show, I guess, man. To me,
Why don't you predict what I'm gonna do? I'm sure I'm in the lead. If I'm not in the lead, I'm gonna make up something and find a way to be in the lead. So you may as well select what I'm gonna do.
What you're gonna do? You're gonna make a pick. You're gonna text us, hey, what was my pick? I'm not sure. You're gonna edit it out. We all know. But
cut the film, cut the tape.
Best backcourt in the history of the league, Splash Brothers. Clay just hit 6 or 7 threes the other night. The Warriors, like I mentioned in last week's episode, they just got a bunch of role guys that are balling out, and I'm gonna go with the Warriors, man. They got something to prove. And the thing is, they're balling, so you're like, do they really have anything to prove? But what they have to prove is that that there's not just one dominant team in the West. They're proving there's 2 dominant teams in the West. They want to be in that conversation with Phoenix, and I'm going to go with Golden State in this one.
Yeah, no Draymond here, but they've been without Draymond for a while. I really do want to take the Warriors because I do think every game they can't slip because they eventually want to surpass the Suns and get complete full playoff home court advantage. Only way to do that is obviously knock out the number 1 team and become the overall number 1 seed. But the Jazz are tough at home, man. It's a different beast, especially when you got Donovan Mitchell playing, who was Zay. It was your player of the week last week, right? So you know what he can do. Rudy Gobert is obviously an all-star. They did lose Ingles, so that's tough, but they still got Bogdanovich. They still got Jordan Clarkson. So I'm actually going to roll with the Jazz here at home. That's going against what I actually want to take, only because I do think the Warriors have all the reason and the ability to win this matchup. But I like the home team here, and I went against a lot of home teams last week, and that did not serve me well. So I'm going with the home team here in Utah with the Utah Jazz. All right, second to last matchup, we have the Bucks again. We have the Bucks against the Suns, TNT. And this is a Thursday matchup. BG, shoot it. Who do you want?
Oh, man, I really wanted to see what Zay was doing here. This one's obviously the toughest one for me of the week. It's it's probably the best matchup of probably 2 of the top 3.
This is a dope game.
Top 4 teams in the league. Ooh,
this is a great game. Great matchup. Great game. Right before All-Star break, though. Remember that. Consider that.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to go with the Suns. In this one. I really, really hate that I'm picking against the Bucks on both primetime games this week. But if we're saying, the Bucks are clearly on a road trip, if the Bucks are playing a tight game Thursday night with the Lakers, I think that takes a little bit out of them. Giannis is going to have to play well and exert a lot of energy, get banged up a little bit probably. I'm going to have the Suns pulling off this one against the Bucks.
Yeah, makes sense. Zay, you going with the world?
Yeah, I gotta go against BG. He made a point to go against me today. So
I like the little rival you guys got with these picks. I like that.
I'm just kidding. But I really do think the Bucks are one of those teams that, they come to play in big games. You mentioned this earlier, and I really do agree. Like, they want to be the best. They really, people forget that. Well, they don't forget. They know. But the Bucks are defending NBA champions.
Rated champs. Yes.
Yeah, so,
yes. They got the discount double check. They got the belt on.
Defeating the Suns. Obviously, the Suns very hot. They've been probably the hottest team in the NBA the last 3-4 years in general.
Yeah.
So, but I think the Bucks, they gonna pull up that game film from the NBA championship and implement it, and they're gonna get this one done. Bucks in 4.
You know what and it's funny because you mention it, people tend to forget. When I read this matchup, it didn't even dawn on me until you just said that these two teams did play in the NBA championship just last year. Like, I got too much going on in my mind, I guess. And because of that, I'm going with the Suns. Revenge factor. They've been the hottest team. They got a player that should have been an all-star starter, Devin Booker. So he's upset about that. You got Chris Paul, that seasoned veteran, man. He's been playing probably the best in his illustrious career. This is probably the best season that Chris Paul has had overall. You're talking about stats, leadership, and winning. Probably his best season yet. So
that might be a quote for you.
Yeah, it may be a quote. Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna have to do that. Honestly, and I really do believe that. You consider all those things, the way Chris Paul is playing, the way the Suns are playing, the way Mikal Bridges has been playing. They got another guy, JaVale McGee, man. I love what he's done for them. So just in general, and them being at home in the desert with revenge on their mind. I got revenge on my mind, revenge on my heart. So I'm going with them, man. I'm going with the Suns here.
Hey, it ain't a bad week to be a Milwaukee Buck, man. You get to go party in LA, get to go party in Phoenix.
Old Town Scottsdale? Is that what you?
Old Town Scottsdale, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Last game, man. Talk about some spots to go in. Atlanta, the Hawks.
Going to the last game, though, I definitely need to give a shout out to the Chicago Bulls. They facing the Suns.
When do they play the Suns?
No matter what, I'm happy for the guys. They playing on.
Direct TV stream won't even allow me to see that game, so I can't say that's one of the top games. I can't even see it.
Hey, I'm just saying that's definitely it.
Shout out to the Bulls, man. Shout out to the Bulls. That will be a fabulous game. Watch that be the best game of the week. Like probably a 3 overtime game or something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they're gonna go out and win it, but they might cover.
Make a pick. Make an extra. Make an extra pick for us. Who wins that game? Bulls and the Suns. Just you, Zay. Who you got?
The Suns win. Bulls cover.
Wow. Never mind. Next. You supposed to be a Chicago basketball team fan, and you got the Suns, but they cover.
I'm a betting man first and foremost, so I gotta make sure my mind right. So when I go,
good teams win, great teams cover.
Yeah.
All right, last matchup. Hawks are visiting the Boston Celtics. This is an ABC game on Sunday, so I actually think this is an early tip-off, like a 2:30 tip-off, something like that. Who we got, man? Zay, continue your hot streak. Who you picking in this matchup?
I really like the Hawks. I'm gonna go with them. I know that they're under 500, blah blah blah, blase. But I mean, they're one of the more consistent. No, they're not consistent, but they get wins that are just like, what? Like, they lose against the Raptors, and then they beat the best team in the NBA, the Phoenix Suns, by 9. Make it make sense. And then they lose again to the Raptors.
Yeah.
So they're in that game with the Mavericks, coming down to the wire. I was watching that game, and, I think that this is going to be one of them things. They're going to come out with this win next week.
Love it.
Yeah. I think this is a big game in the East. This has playoff implications, early in the year still, but they're setting themselves up to put, to get game positioning in the East. And Atlanta needs to do something here, sitting in that 10 spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Hawks here in this one. Trey has a big game. John Collins has a nice productive game. Celtics are a little bit off, even though they're at home. But I'm gonna go with the Hawks here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love this. Give it to me, man. Give me the Celtics, bro. You guys know I used to be in Boston for about 3 or 4 years, man. You know I used to be a Beantown Beaner. You know that. So I'm going with the Celtics at home, man. The Celtics have been hot as of late. Okay, they've been heating up. And the Hawks are fishy. You said it, Zay. They win the games they're not supposed to. They lose the game they're supposed to win. Like, come on now. And they on the road in this matchup, and I get a chance to go against you two to cap off my perfect week. I will go 5-0 this week. Let me tell you that. I will go 5-0 this week. I will go 5-0. Even if it takes 10 games, I will go 5-0. If that makes sense.
I would love to put like a stipulation on it. If you don't go 5-0, you have to take a picture in the Chicago Bulls jersey and 5-0 as your profile picture.
You know I'm the underdog king, so me going 5-0 is tough, bro. I don't just go with the faves.
No, you go 5-0. I'm gonna make you buy a Detroit Pistons ticket and go watch.
So my eyes can bleed. Hey, speaking of the Celtics, I'm watching a little highlight right now, man. Robert Williams, man, and Jason Tatum throwing a behind the back pass to him on a fast break. Yeah, I'm rolling with the Celtics on this matchup, man. I'm definitely doing this. I get a chance to go against you guys. I get a chance to get the home team. It failed me last week because I went with a lot of road teams. So I'm going with the home teams this week. And I definitely think the Celtics can get it done in this Eastern Conference matchup. This could be a game where these two teams could be playing in the playoffs. So I think the Celtics want to kind of show, hey, little Hawks, we can beat y'all. Y'all come to our building, the storied building that is Boston Celtics Arena, you're going to get a beat down. So I think they get that done, man. All right, fellas, do you guys have anything you want to say to the people out there? Any people you want to shout out? Anything you just want to say in general to the fine fans that are listening?
Yeah, just appreciate all you guys. Shout out to my guy Kenneth Grant, Hammond Central. I know you listening. He gave me a little stuff last week about like the one game I lost. But
slow down.
I'm all jokes, but I appreciate everybody listening. We all do. We know you guys love just conversating about this stuff. That's why you listen to it, and hopefully you're taking the right picks, my picks, in the true consideration. If you want to go up against your friends, whether it's for fun,
it's all fun.
Skittles and all that good stuff. So
whether it's for fun or for funds, make it count.
For real.
BG, what you got for the people, man?
Yeah, I mean, no, not much. Just the typical, family, friends. Obviously, shout out to our players at Hobart. We're getting to the last month of the year, just continuing to grind. But shout out to the Duke Blue Devils, man. Shout out to Coach K. Last year, Coach K's coaching his farewell tour. Had to put it on the Tar Heels last time at Carolina. It was the second largest margin of victory for Coach K at Carolina, beating them by 20 points this year. But love to see it. Duke's on another level. I don't know if the Tar Heels, they might have to start looking for a new head coach. I don't know, man. They're going in the wrong direction. The Blue Devils, man, we sitting pretty. We got Shire at the helm next round. He's got the next two number one recruiting classes. So it feels good. It feels good this weekend to be a Duke Blue Devil fan. It really does.
Hey, the Dukies, they keep adding NBA players. Maybe some of those guys will come on an NBA show, man.
Maybe. They keep suspending my guys, maybe. For hard fouls.
We got to get Grayson on the show, man. Or we got to do a live show from Franklin House. Is that what you guys talked about? I got a couple texts about that. People like, you never been to the Franklin House? No, I ain't never been there. So y'all got to show me a good time if I go.
You got to throw some darts. You know how to throw some darts?
Shuffleboard?
They don't have a shuffleboard there, but we can throw some darts.
We can make it work. We can throw some darts. I'm throwing darts at these picks every week, so I can throw some darts. All right. I'm going to wrap it up, man. I'm going to shout out my family, of course, man. I want to shout out the Coach T NFL show. We will have our final episode of the season. Talk about, have a big mega cast talking about the Super Bowl, the biggest game of the year. I still don't know who I'm going to pick for that game, man. I'm leaning Bengals, but then I'm also, looking at the home team, the Rams, like they can get it done. Beautiful story either way. So shout out the Coach T NFL show with Kyle and Hicks. Shout out my co-host. And shout out my wife, man, because she's allowing me to do this at 11 o'clock at night when she's got to get up really, really, really early to go to the office tomorrow. So shout out to you guys as well, man. Thank you for doing this. Thank you, fans, for listening. Thank you for showing us love. Thank you for showing us support. Again, if you guys are interested, fans, in my the TST Speed and Agility, the spring sessions of 2022, please sign up. Please reach out if you have any questions. And that's going to be a beautiful thing, man. So, fans, thank you for all your love. Thank you for listening. Keep showing us love. Keep showing us support. And we'll keep bringing you that funk.